Welcome back to Bow News Network. We're actually taking a look at the tropics and the weather, along with other events across the nation, United States. Most notably, this week has been a lot of buzz and attention has been given to the millions of Americans, jobless Americans, who have lost access to unemployment benefits and the effect that that will have on the economy as well as earnings going forward and what prospects are going to, what the economic growth prospects look like going into the remainder of 2021 and 2022. My name is Wade Lagrenard with Bow News Network, Bow TV, and this is our latest Bow Headline News Report. So we're actually taking a closer look at over 11.3 million Americans were receiving unemployment benefits with the week ending August 21st, and even with a robust demand for workers, that has been a significant blow to millions of jobless Americans. Keep in mind, over 8 million actually lost their unemployment benefits altogether. All of the different pandemic extension programs completely wiped out as of the first week of September, and then another 2.7 million estimated to have lost the additional $300 a month week supplemental. So it's really they have actually lost $1,200 per month as a result of the end of the pandemic extensions. So what we are going to take a look at is take a look at some of the media hitting the wire at this time, and we do see, based on the claims data, that claims have fallen 310,000 claims for the week ending September 4th, with the prior week totaling 345,000. Despite weaker than expected job growth in August, we saw some really dismal job growth in August. By the way, we're still at the mercy of the pandemic. The demand for work has remained strong, with hiring slowdowns in August, especially in the leisure and hospitality industry. The economy has 5.3 million fewer jobs in August than when we compare it to the pre-pandemic February 2020. And while the variant is, of course, creating a significant amount of uncertainty, especially as millions of children go back to school, employers are still dealing with a supply issue as far as having trouble filling millions of jobs. And half of the states, we should note also, that opted out to end the pandemic benefits, most notably GOP Republican governors of these states, who opted out to end the benefit programs early, June and July. There was no significant uptick in job growth in those states that were noted. So with the benefits expiring, we're still in a wait and see mode to see exactly how that impacts the economy. We just, as we mentioned, there are 5.3 million fewer jobs, and also, even as Wall Street is still relatively strong, and the weekly jobless claims have come in at an 18-month low, there's still a lot of speculation as far as what will actually happen as a result of the loss of economic boost from the unemployment benefit dollars that are actually recycled back into the economy. Right now, the Fed has an upcoming meeting to evaluate how tight the job market is, and President Biden has actually hailed the drop in claims as a sign of a durable economic recovery. Job openings right now are holding at 10.9 million jobs as of the end of July, and even with the labor shortage constraining employment, we still have about 8.4 million officially unemployed. So this is definitely something that we're going to be taking a look at here at Bow News Network, jobs and the economy and the effects of that going forward. We wanted to take a look at the street beats, what we call street tweets, and we take a look exactly at some of the feedback that we're getting from different sources through our Twitter feeds, and we see that one of the things mentioned by Christian was only in America would the expiration of federal unemployment benefits fall on Labor Day in the middle of a pandemic. Buckle up, it's about to get worse. And then Roseanne Anjamagal, she stated, please advocate to extend unemployment benefits as an economic depression is possible as millions lose housing and more. Blessed to reconnect with Maria Davis, who is a podcast at Nova and ProMatch, and whose services are free to the unemployed. So there are services out there, but those who are unemployed, who are trying to reintegrate back into the safely into the economy. Another thing mentioned too is that by Twitter page different stated the government has come up with a plan to get folks back on the workforce. I truly understand COVID relief assistance for those affected, but many are taking advantage of the system. Folks don't want to work, especially at a time when there are many jobs available. And we do have a unique take to that tweet, as far as knowing that there are millions of Americans who have actually given up on their job search simply because of the lack of child care services and also health concerns. And also keep in mind there are millions of people out there who have survived the pandemic but are suffering from effects, and they're also called long haulers. And there's going to be a major issue going forward as far as what does disability cover. Will disability be able to cover those who have actually survived the pandemic, but as a result of all of the fight in the hospital, they suffered significant health consequences that are going to affect them going into the late going into to the future. So that is going to be an issue as far as will they be eligible for SSI benefits and a variety of disability benefits as a result of being a long haul or pandemic survivor. So that is definitely, those are definitely different dimensions and elements to the loss of unemployment benefits and also the so-called millions of jobs that are available. There has been wage gains, of course, and of course there is a supply shortage, but at this particular time we're seeing that from different street tweets as far as people, everyday people stating that there's a huge uncertainty as far as what the new variant will impact the economy, what it impacts for safety as far as accepting job offers, and also childcare. So there are different dimensions to actually look at. So we'll continue to look at the job and the economy aspect going forward here at Bound News Network, as we take a closer look at the impact of the loss of unemployment benefits for over 8 million people, and whether that will actually lead to an uptick in job claims as well as jobs. Open job opportunities that have been claimed by previously jobless Americans across the nation. When we turn to the weather, we can actually see that we do have a new hurricane that we're going to be talking about, and that is Hurricane OLAF. That is off the coast of the west coast of Mexico, up to 90 miles per hour, very, very low pressure. And we do see that that's strengthening possibly. We do see that Tropical Depression Mindy is making its way off the coast of South Carolina. It brought a significant amount of rainfall to the region of North Florida. Scattered thunderstorms were experienced all across North Florida into southern Georgia as well as South Carolina, and it's still lingering there just off the coast on the Atlantic. And we can kind of see Hurricane Larry, which has lost quite a bit of strength, but it's actually making its turn away from Bermuda. So the tropics have actually picked up quite a bit. And we do see a high pressure system. It's kind of anchored over the region of Missouri and Illinois, and that's kind of bringing clearer weather into the region. And we do anticipate that going into Friday, there will be some spots of concern as far as slight and marginal risk for heavy shower activity in the region of South Florida and Central Florida. and we are taking a closer look at the the northeast with respect to additional shower activity that's been moving off into the Atlantic coast. If we take a closer look at also the infrared scan, we can see quite a bit of activity as far as those showers we mentioned, scattered showers in the region of Florida and the southeast, and we are keeping a close eye on a possible disturbance once again in the near the Yucatan Peninsula. There's a possibility that 30% chance that that may develop into a depression. We'll continue to monitor that and whether it will actually set its sights on the Gulf of Mexico once again and present a risk. But we clearly see Hurricane Olaf there just off the coast, um, west coast of Mexico, and it's been very active on that the eastern Pacific section of the tropics with respect to different systems forming. Different hurricanes have actually formed. We see for ourselves here on the Atlantic coast remnants of tropical depression Mindy making its way off into the Atlantic, as well as those huge squalls from Hurricane Larry as it makes its turn towards the northeast, away from Bermuda. But however, we can see the how wide those squalls are, and they're actually impacting the island of Bermuda. And there's quite a bit of shower activity and shower activity in the region of the Northeast. So we're going to continue to monitor the region there for the latest weather going forward. We do appreciate you tuning in for our most latest BOW headline news report regarding the unemployment benefits expiring for over 8 million Americans across the continental United States, and our latest segment, the tropics and the weather, as we take a closer look at all of the different aspects of weather across the continental United States. We do appreciate you tuning in to BOW News Network. We do hope that you have a wonderful day. And also we appreciate all of our subscribers tuning in to our latest Bow to the Weather update. Please smash that notification bell, and as always, always remember to bow to the weather, and please look for our next Bow headline news report, and have a great day.